Hello and welcome everyone to episode 2 of season 5 of the College Chess Podcast brought to you by Susquehanna. My name is Joe and I'm joined by the one, the only, the very special, amazing, talented SLU B team captain Matthew Pikus. Matthew, welcome.
Thank you. I am special. It's what my doctor always told me.
Yes, and all your loved ones, I'm sure, and
Oh
me as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
And we're happy to have you, Matthew. We first saw you on broadcast last season as the SLU B team had a very entertaining match and post game interview. Do you want to tell the fans a little bit more about that experience?
No. Anyways, it was fun. Um, it's cool to be interviewed. I've seen both the Jules and Bach in St. Louis a lot. Um, I think the issue was when I'm not on stream, I'm still like a raging schizophrenic when I'm playing online chess. I'm using more profanities. I'm calling all my opponents cheating if I lose. If I win, I'm telling them they suck. It's me and online chess. It's a bad duo. It's like a toxic relationship. It's like a popular girl and like a nerdy lonely guy. Like he's just gonna get cheated on. Like this poor guy.
Which is which?
Anyway, which is which? Oh, I'm the toxic woman, and you guys are. Oh, you guys are. I am not gonna treat y'all right.
That's what I suspected, but I just want to make sure that
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got
yeah.
it from
You need
you.
to. You need to know that you're innocent and that you're gonna hit the gym in like a month. Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah. Well, tell us maybe a little bit more about not just your relationship with online chess, but maybe start us from the start of when you got into chess in the first place.
Well, my terrible addiction with chess started my freshman year of high school. I was a very bad double bassist, and the head of the orchestra program at my high school did the chess club, so I joined that. Unfortunately, I do want to plug him, John Burke. He was a really good orchestra director. He passed away my sophomore year, and he was a really nice guy. Unfortunately, but he was really good at running the program. He got me into chess, and then I've just been playing ever since. I mean, like the Christmas of my freshman year in high school, I got pneumonia, and I decided that I was going to spend all my time with pneumonia playing online chess, which did not make me feel better. It actually hurt me. But it's just started from there, and I've been playing, being schizophrenic, yelling at my computer ever since. Chess players, all terrible people, except my B team. We're the best. I love my B team. My, I just gotta tell you about how great the B team is. I gotta tell you. So we have our firstborn, Nicky Ladon, a glorious man, handsome, big muscle. He's also like 2,300, and he played the U.S. Junior Championship. So like that's his chess. We got Ralph Tan. He's pulling all the Asian baddies. And then we got Hemichandra Ramba. He's an NM from Tennessee. He's sexy as well. He's a frat guy. He knows all the cool parties. And there's me. And then there's we have a new player. Her name is like CT Esgaron, who she'll probably play most of the matches. But she's from I believe California or something, and she's quite good. She's like smarter than everybody. But like this B team's my baby, and that's where I've ended up in chess. And honestly, I'm quite happy with where I've ended. Uh, I play chess in Illinois, and so everyone's lower rated and everyone's terrible. And the top player in Illinois is not like a strong master or anything. It's the 69-year-old Dmitry Gurevich, who's somehow still the best player in the state. Just old man kicking everybody's butt.
Nice.
So that's my chess journey in a nutshell.
Well, that's quite the journey, and you're only just beginning, really. You're obviously a student at St. Louis University and part of the
Mhm.
club there and captain of the B team. I wanted to ask how you got to St. Louis, and like, were you born here? Did you apply to any other schools, or did you see the chess culture at SLU and say, I wanted to be part of that?
So this is a really funny story, and I'm like, I don't know if I've told you this before because I don't know why you'd ask this question. If not, but so I'm from the Chicago area, and I got out of high school, and I was like, man, all my grades are shit. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. So I decided I was gonna apply to every single university along the Mississippi River. No other criteria, just the Mississippi River. I'm like, the river is kind of cool, so I applied to like Augustana in Illinois. Then I went down to SLU, WashU, to Tulane, Louisiana. Interestingly enough, I did not apply to SLU for chess. It was on the Mississippi. That's why I applied for. But SLU, gave me the best scholarship possible. It was either that or some New Orleans school, and SLU gave me a really generous financial aid package, and for some reason accepted me as like biochemistry. So my one major that I wanted to do is like, yeah, you can do it. So that's why I'm at SLU, and I did not care about chess at all. I was like, I will play chess wherever I go. Um, and honestly, it's been kind of an interesting experience being around like the pinnacle of chess in the United States, good and bad. Um, you meet people have interesting things to say about the chess world, and it's true. For instance, I got to SLU right when the previous head coach left, the Ramirez, and he liked to diddle kids. I don't know what else to say. So that's why they let him go. Like, so you start to get an interesting handle. Like the chess world's like insane.
Yeah, and definitely love to add to that sort of insanity, maybe in different ways. But
Like,
maybe you
I,
have some insider information about the SLU team at large. We watched them on broadcast today, or not today, but last week, and they took down the Athens team.
barely by the skin of their teeth.
By the slimmest of margins besides going to overtime. But maybe you could tell us a little bit more. Like, does the club or the B team practice with the A team at all? Is there any sort of overlap there?
So, so one, I have a lot of insider information just because my one job that I get paid for besides like research is I am a Cobian's assistant. I work for the chess program, so I'm the one doing a lot of the documentation, organizing travel, stuff like that. It's a good job. It doesn't require that many hours. In terms of the A team itself, um, I like the A team for what it's worth. I think they've all been very nice to me, and they're all pretty nice to everybody. Like uh, Robbie's just like really cool. Like he's actually like too cool for SLU. Like he's good looking, good at chess. He's well spoken. Like he needs to be off doing party thing. He needs to be off like at a yacht in Dubai. He's too cool. And then the other players, Nicolosi Kacharava, who is honestly a real gentleman from Georgia. I love him. Batsern Dambasern is who you saw, who is kind of not playing as much this season, but um, played a lot last season, is just one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And he's also like, when I say like all chess, I mentioned earlier before the broadcast, like all chess players are like kind of self-hating. Batsu is like, chess, it's something. And then the other person who you probably saw play, the two other people you saw play were Victor Gazik, who is, if you ever think of like Balkan Doomer, like just really dark, sarcastic, very funny. Like that's Gazik. He's just awesome. Chopra, I haven't got a big chance to meet, but he's a real gentleman. I have nothing bad to say. He's always been very cordial with me. And then the other person you saw play, Shalev Oberoi, who is actually too smart for SLU. He was valedictorian of his high school down in Dallas. So why he's at SLU? I think he's at SLU for chess. He also got a full ride, I think. But he should be at Harvard somewhere, curing cancer, playing chess. And then there's some other players on the A team who make their appearances later, who I am obligated by law and a threat of violence not to reveal. But they're all great people, and they are going to beat everybody they play. Like it's just not even like Orientari terrible at chess. Our people gonna murder Mizzou. Webster's not even playing; they're too scared. Virginia done. I the Indian school. What are they again?
SRM.
Uh, SRM done. Um, like if you like honestly, like you should be really excited for the upcoming streams because if you don't see the other teams like crying on stream, I will owe you like $10. Like they're going to be crying.
Okay, well, I think SLU's gonna play Texas this weekend, so we'll see how that goes.
Easy. I mean, honestly, they really shouldn't even have the match. Texas should just forfeit and save their tiebreaks. Like, I honestly don't even. Um, like, honestly, you should try to talk to the Texas team. Like Bartik, like tell them, like, that's just it. To quote the movie On the Waterfront, this just ain't your night, kid. Like, that's what you gotta tell
Okay, well, it's interesting. Last year, SLU made it through the semifinals, beating SRM, I believe.
Yeah.
and they ended up losing to Mizzou. So
Rigged. It was rigged. Rigged from the start. Um, you know, honestly, some shenanigans were going on. Like, Kramnik needs to start joining the stream and like be getting some procedures against those players. Uh, like honestly, I don't even consider that a real collegiate chess championship. It just like it's flew. It was bet against us, and honestly, I this time around the team is so strong they can't cheat their way against us.
that's definitely a bold statement. I think you mentioned that Ariantari maybe not so good, but he was a huge part of that win, and that was his first ever CCL season. And I think Slew, you mentioned getting Victor Gajic. I believe he's a transfer actually from Texas. But you guys got your own Aryan Chopra, who we saw on broadcast.
So yeah, our Aryan is better than their Aryan. Now, for the record, Tari has played some classical tournaments in the United States, and his performances. I mean, he's drawing FMs at Pan Am's. Batsurin Dambasurin killed him, beat his ass, just like Batsurin killed him classical. You can find that game. Yeah, it was a fluke. Like he had a good, beginner's luck. First time. But you're gonna see what happens, when reality catches up to that Mizzou team. Like, our Aryan Chopra, 26-20 FIDE, about to just mop the floor. Like, I just when you mark my words, when if I owe you a drink if when you see Chopra beat Tari, Tari's gonna start crying on stream. I owe you a drink if he doesn't start crying.
Okay, so if Slew doesn't make Texas cry this weekend, you owe me $10, and if Tari doesn't cry on stream, I'm gonna get a drink on top of that. So,
It's
the good news is I live in St. Louis, so
Yeah,
maybe we can meet
it's
up.
very easy.
Uh,
You can actually hold me accountable to these bets.
yeah, looking
But that's
forward to
how
that.
confident I am. We're just gonna murder them. Like,
All right.
so I don't know how long you've been following chess, but one of the first candidates tournaments I ever watched was 2021 candidates in Yekaterinburg. So Grandmaster Wang Hao from China. He had a bad tournament. And then I think after he lost to Jan Nepomniachtchi, he literally like fucking retired from chess. He's like, "Yeah, I'm done from." You can find the press conference. He says, "Yeah, I'm retiring from chess." That is what's going to happen. Finals when Mizzou gets cooked. Tari is going to say, "Man, I should have gone to Carlson's wedding. Shouldn't have played Pan Am's. I'm retiring from chess." That's what's going to happen.
All right, that's exciting. Yeah, we interviewed Tari after his victory. He said that it was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, win of his career, which is really exciting.
Yeah,
So
it was.
maybe he won't have the same sort of reaction after this season's finals. So, um, but you keep mentioning Pan Am's. I wanted to ask. So I'm guessing you went, and how did you guys do?
So B team, we didn't qualify for the final four, which was unfortunate. We were all really sad. We were like, ah. But we had some, truth be told, we finished 2.5 out of 6 in the Open. We had some good matches. We were against UTRGBA. We played in the first round. We don't look at my game. This is Sean Rodrigue Lemieux. He's French Quebec. He's got some black magic on his side. But on third board, who you saw last semester, Hemachandra Ramba, he murdered his IM opponent, like crushed him. And his IM opponent was like 2,500 feet, so basically a GM. So Hemi killed him. Ralph was doing, I think, quite well. Something went wrong in his game. And then Nikki was very close to holding Victor Gazik, like very close. Like it was a draw the whole game. And then I think he got tricked in the end game, which is, these Slovak GMs, they're very tricky people, As Slovaks in general are tricky people. Like me, I'm half Slovak. Um, so it was, UTRGV was okay. We played Harvard, and I won my game. Fucking destroyed my Harvard. Like the guy had a sleeper build, but when he played me over the board, I made him sleep dead. Um, and we were doing well. Something went wrong. Hemi was playing Jennifer Yu, and maybe got lost in her eyes. I don't know, but he was like killing her, and then something bad happened. And then Ralph was like should have held, was better against Chris Chen, and Nikki was doing well against Kira Nakata. And it's like I think we felt bad for Harvard. We felt bad for UTRGV. We felt bad for University of North Carolina. We're like, well, they don't really have anything else, so let's give them this. And it's just we're nice people. But next 2026 Pan Am's, you're gonna see two SLU teams make the Final Four. Never
Wow.
done before.
Yeah, I figured if
I
two
don't.
teams from the
It's not
same
even
year.
legally allowed. It's not legally allowed. You can't have two, but it's gonna happen. They're gonna make an exception. I'm gonna call US Chess up. They're gonna be like, yeah, you know, normally wouldn't do this, but we love St. Louis. We love the B team so much. We love the C team, and we're gonna get them in, and we're gonna beat SLU A in the President's Cup, and we'll be the national champions.
That's
That's what's
amazing.
gonna happen.
Well,
Only
speaking
two.
of SLU A, there's a couple things I want to ask you. First off, you guys played against UT Rio Grande, and the SLU A team plays against UT Rio Grande. And what's also interesting about that is that Victor Gajic transferred from UT Rio Grande, was playing in Pan Am's against SLU, and is now playing on the SLU team. So, what advice do you think you have personally? We asked the same question in your last interview that you would have to the SLU A team players, but also, have you guys used Victor Gajic yet for his insider information about how to play against his former teammates?
So, you know, I gotta keep some secrets, to SLU. I can't just about everything. I've already like talked shit about Tari, gotta be careful. Mizzou might send a hitman to my dorm. But so one, Victor is a great addition to the team. Like all seriousness, and like 2580 feet a, we stole him, we poached him, you know. Like well, and honestly, I don't blame him. Brownsville, Texas, like every month you're fighting off like human-sized mosquitoes. Like, why would you want to deal with that? You can come to St. Louis and like freeze to death, like as a normal person. But in terms of insider information, that's up to Victor, and the A team and what they discuss. I may have heard a couple of things, but all I know is they got something coming to him, and Victor's ready to give a smackdown to his former brothers in arms. Like toxic girlfriend. He went from UTRGV going to SLU, and then he's about to destroy his ex. Like we like to see that. We like to see toxic behavior. It's a not a brat summer. It's a fuckboy spring, I guess. Yeah. Um, so that we're gonna do that. In terms of advice for the SLU A team, all seriousness, I can't give any advice. I know I've gotten to know the guys over the last year, and they're really like. I'll give you a story. I hate to take too much time on this question, but I want to give a story. So Pan Am's, we get snowed in, so we can't leave Charlotte for another day. So it's me, Tianchi Wang, Steve, who I will sing praises about Steve. He's the best. And it's me, Steve, and Victor Gozik. We're all in one room another day waiting for our flights to get rescheduled. So, anyways, I'm sick as a dog. So I'm in the bed waiting for medicine. Like I'm just like, fuck, I can't do anything. I went out drinking the night before and then it was really cold and I caught like a cold plus a hangover. So I'm like, I'm out. Um, so, anyways, Victor has his laptop open. He's like, you can't do anything. So I'm gonna just show you a bunch of games. And he's like, you have no one else to talk to. So he just showed me all his games. And I saw his calculation. Like he just like kind of explained how he thinks about chess. And dear God, is he a monster? Like Victor is insane. Like all GMs are kind of like that, but just Victor was very clear in how he explained it, his calculation, and just how the lines I would never even considered, and I'm like a 2000 lines I would never even considered. He just spouts off like that. And so, one thing I do want to reiterate is the difference between even like a 2300 FIDE player and like a 2500 player is like much larger than like a 2000 FIDE like me or whatever, and like a 1500. Like the difference is just insurmountable. And that's like you'll see other players you saw last season, like Nicola Tukatarava, one of the hardest working people I've ever met at chess. Just unbelievable. Chopra, I have not seen too much of them yet. I'm excited to. And I don't know who's playing. I actually don't know who's playing. Um, we'll see. I actually don't know if Nika's playing or anyone else is, but we'll see who's playing. All the guys are just real talented people. So I don't really have any advice other than I think they're just gonna. I mean, I'll be surprised if it's not like 16-0. I'll be surprised.
Wow. Yeah, that's the maximum score that you
Yeah,
could
I mean,
get.
okay, sorry, 17-0. It's gonna be so good. They're just gonna lose great.
We'll grant an additional point for any
Mhm,
16-0 clean sweeps.
mhm.
That's huge impact for tiebreak. Because
Never been done before.
yeah. Um, well, that definitely makes things very exciting, and I wanted to also announce this weekend because Benjamin Bach, former SLU player, is playing in Tata Steel. He won't be joining us on the broadcast again, but in his place, joining Jules, we will have woman grandmaster Dina Belinkaya. So she's going to be commentating, and this is her first time commentating for the Collegiate Chess League. I'm really excited to see what she can give us some commentary for, especially with the SLU team playing against Texas, a big match. That's going to be the second match. I believe the first match we'll watch Athens take on Virginia.
Yeah,
Uh,
who cares? I'm
so
sorry.
yeah, that match I'm excited for. We watched Virginia and Athens both lose last week, so one of them is gonna get a dub this
Is it
week.
possible they both lose? Like they both play so badly, both teams lose?
No, we've never had the 17-0, and we've never had a double loss um, on broadcast at
Um,
least. But yeah, there could be history. Just like the SLU B team playing on broadcast last season. That
like if
was
you gotta have us on broadcast again. Like our teams, like you might not have me because I'm this semester is like quite busy where I'm like I'm decapitating a lot of rats for research, for science. Like I gotta reiterate, it's for science, it's for the greater good. I like it. But you'll see our other member, Exethia Ezron, even cooler than me, so smart. She's gonna 4-0 easy. So you'll see you better have Sloopy on the stream again, or I don't know. I think I might like sue. I don't know if I'm legally allowed to do that, but we'll see.
Yeah, we might not cover SLU's B team because we cover so much of SLU's A team. But maybe tell us a little bit about what happened last weekend. This was the season opener. Obviously, the SLU A
Yeah,
team
yeah,
won,
okay.
but
You know,
I see the
so
score. You guys played against Arizona State.
I mean, so like one, Ashish is just really good at chess, and also I was like probably just distracted. Like I don't remember my score at all. It could have been like 0 out of 4, but like okay. So there's something called a Swiss Gambit. So like let's say you're playing a Swiss tournament, and this is not a Swiss, but a Swiss Gambit is like you make a draw or you like purposely lose the first game, so all your pairings in the future are like easy. And this is what we're doing. We're like it would be too easy if we won every match. We want to make it kind of challenging. We want to like barely make the playoffs and like beat everybody. So it's like exciting. Exciting for the viewers, exciting for everybody. Um, and so like that's what happened. Like, I actually don't remember the match. We could have won,
I have the results here. You guys lost.
you don't have to you don't have to remind me.
Okay,
I
sorry.
don't remember. I really just want to like be naive and like not remember.
Got it. Well, I think it's really insightful to have the captain of the
No,
B
it's
team share the strategy difference. The A team won first week, but the B team is using the Swiss Gambit in a round arena or round robin tournament format. So, I'm not going to question the SLU chess strategies because obviously one
yeah,
of the best colleges for chess in the
yeah,
world.
no,
So who might have questioned that? But I did
no,
like the
yeah.
shout out to Asish. He is in the chat. So,
No,
um,
Shisha is like he's the only person who like we can't. He's just good at chess, and I love Ashish. He's handsome as hell, smart. Like honestly, if I didn't have a girlfriend, I'd hit on him. So. But I don't think I'm his type. He's not into tall Asian men, so it's a one-sided love.
yeah, that's rough news for me too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you Asian too?
Well, I'm half.
You're half Asian?
I'm half Asian.
Oh, me too. We're Asian. We're Asian.
How tall are
Asian.
you?
I'm 6'1".
Oh, me too.
Oh my God.
Also, fun
Like,
fact about me, not only being from St. Louis, but I also studied biochemistry.
are we like the same person? Are we like brothers?
Do you play chess?
Like, yeah.
Uh,
What the?
are you on the College Chess podcast?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
Do you
I
stream?
no, no.
Ah, okay. So I guess
I'm
for
not. I'm not. I'm not that like insane.
has anyone seen us in the same room together?
No, honestly, either you're my long lost brother. Like this isn't. Wait. You get a biochem degree and
No, I
you're
didn't. I
streaming.
didn't finish with bio. You got to switch
Oh,
majors.
oh yeah, no, as you should. All chemistry majors, anything of that ilk, it's awful. Why would you do that to
I
yourself?
did biochem for 1.5 years, and then I switched to molecular bio.
That's kind of, I mean, like it's like switching from cocaine to heroin. I mean, it's
Yeah. If
my
you
word
could
for
switch your major, what would you switch to?
anthropology. Uh, so interestingly enough, not that this is interesting at all, but when I applied to schools, I was torn between two: SLU, which was biochem pre-med, and Tulane, which I applied under anthropology pre-law. And so basically, I want to stress, I had no idea what I was going to do in my life. I was like, I'm Asian, so either law or medicine. Like that's just kind of what you got to do. Um, so yeah, I'm a damn good anthropologist. Like you want to give me 50 pages of some obscure a group in the world read, well, I'll get back to you in an hour. I'm 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 not bad at it.
Well,
So
yeah, I was the pre-med route, and then after COVID hit, I switched to chess. So I like
that's
to
an
think
that's a solid reaction.
it
I
worked
mean,
out for me.
hey, is you're doing better than ever. I mean, I feel bad for those like data science majors who are just like getting unemployed. Like it's at least you have a job. I mean,
Yeah, and shout
the
out
whole
to chess.com/jobs for anyone that's looking for jobs there. At chess.com, that's where they post everything. But yeah, I hope that you stick with pre-med. I think that's what I did, and St. Louis has a lot of hospitals, a lot of places that you could work at.
so I'm currently my research is I work in a lab at the med school. So that's my current job. And I shadow a lot with WashU and SLU. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if I get into a med school. I mean, wow. I'm kind of at a point where I just want to get into a med school. Like that's it.
And you can continue your collegiate chess league career as a grad student.
Oh my gosh, that'd be cool. I could be the chess playing doctor. Wow.
Yeah, you wouldn't be the first. Um, we have a couple med school students in the CCL, and I think in India,
Not as fabulous as me though.
arguably.
Well, let's you know what? Get them all together in a room and let's fight this one out. I really think I win.
My mind immediately goes to a former Bruin at UCLA. We had a MD PhD student who's a FIDE master by the name of Julian Landau, currently doing his residency at Harvard. He's really good.
Fuck, okay. Second best. Dear Lord. I what
Uh,
am I supposed to say to that? Like, yeah, I'm not beating that. What the Harvard? It's okay.
uh, yeah, shout out to Dr. J-Law. He used to stream as well. But you know, Matthew, if you ever get your FIDE master title, or
Get to Harvard.
or
Yeah,
your
we'll talk.
doctor, your MD, maybe PhD. Um,
I can do MD. So one, if I go into SLU med school, I can do MD PhD, but it won't. But I have to get my residency at Harvard. What the fuck? Oh my
you would have
god.
a lot more time to play in the CCL.
Stupid. Yeah, I guess. I honestly, I'm like depressed now. Thank you.
Oh, I'm
I,
sorry.
I realized how little I matter in the expanse of the universe. I mean, honestly, I kind of want to burn Harvard down. Like that school is just like
Um,
they all think they're better than everybody else, and they are.
would you ever
Anyways,
would you ever aspire to get a master title?
national master, and then I quit chess,
That sounds
and then
right.
I straight up quit chess. Like I'm not joking. Like so you don't understand the meta. Every like high school player who's like 2000 above, all their goal is to get NM right before they send their college apps. That's the whole purpose, and then they quit chess. So like I can give you like a bunch of like Illinois people who just did that, and honestly, it's like a solid plan. Like I should have done that, but I learned chess way too late. 15 is old.
I started chess at 16,
Yeah, we're the
but
same. What? We're the
but I
same.
didn't get I'm not 2000 USCF. My peak USCF was 1950.
we're basically the same person. I mean, if you saw the way I play chess, like you'd be like,
I
what
did
the
see
fuck?
the way I watched.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Um,
you'd be like, yeah, we're the same person.
well, speaking of getting an NM title, Ashish is an NM, but I don't think that he retired though.
Yeah,
So
well, like he has more courage than me. Like once I get NM, I just say I put National Master of Chess on my resume, and then I get out of this whole goddamn forsaken. Like I'm gonna say some things real quick. Like chess world is like a bad place. Like you meet some fun people, but boy, would I like to be like a frat guy and like be in a fraternity and just have friends and do and drink and that'd be great. Instead, I'm like, yeah, sorry guys, I gotta go play this fucking like game 90 tournament and look at wooden pieces for like 5 hours. Like, sorry, I got plans tonight. You're like, what the fuck? I could have been cool. Well, there's a lot of reasons why I'm not cool. My mild schizophrenia. I laugh at the darkest things. Like if someone's like, "Yeah, my dad died," I don't mean to laugh at it, but like, just it's socially awkward, you know. But I'm pretty as fuck, so there's pluses.
well, some would say that chess is cool.
Who mental patients say. Joe, you ever go to a bar and be like, "Hey, girl, I play chess."
Well, you said you have a girlfriend, right?
Yeah, no, my girlfriend tolerates it because I make money through chess. The moment that like I don't make any money through either working for the chess program or like my own tournaments, which have been very good this year, very good last year, this year. Like the moment I don't, she's like, quit, like do something else. Like, um, and honestly, I told her I want this mindset from her. She was like supportive. I was like, don't be supportive. It's like, would you be supportive if I was drinking and driving? Like, yes, it makes you a better driver, but like, it's still not wise. So you know, she's mildly supportive, but like, man, like Joe, be honest. You go to a St. Louis bar. You're not bringing up like I play chess to a girl.
Well, what if I also make money through chess?
Yeah, but then you say like I work through chess.com and I'm a streamer for that. But like you don't be like, yeah, I like to spend my afternoons screaming at the computer playing Bullet. Like that's like why would you do that to
I
yourself?
I
Like
do play. I like Bullet for sure, but I don't do the screaming part.
well, then you're not really playing chess. You need
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
not
I'm not
getting
trying hard enough.
if you're not accusing every opponent you play of cheating, are you really playing chess? Like so the funny thing about Kramnik is he's obviously insane. Like he has no fucking idea what he's talking about. He's like, yeah, this move is suspicious, and it's like retaking a captured piece or something. He's like, oh, I would never think of this. Like, one, there's a reason he's not world champion anymore. Two, um, like yeah, like on a human level, I understand wanting to accuse all your losses due to cheating. Just like you can't like give credibility to it. Which is a quick shout out, my boy Eric Tachenko fucking destroyed Kramnik, and like Eric, if you look at the game, it's like pretty standard. And like Kramnik went on Twitter and accused him of cheating. Like the one person I can verify with like 100% accuracy that isn't cheating. And Kramnik's like, yeah, obviously cheating. I'm like, yeah, you lost to like a real like he's really good at online blitz. He's like 2,500 plus, whatever. Like Kramnik losing is not crazy, but yeah, I need to talk shit about Kramnik, but also I understand why Kramnik accuses everyone of cheating. Sorry, this is why you put me on this podcast. My mind goes everywhere, and
Yeah,
it's
I
really
mean,
good.
I don't have any regrets about inviting you, but I do have a regret of how long the podcast is because we're gonna have to wrap this up
What
soon
the
here.
fuck?
But I'm glad. I feel like you made a lot of good quotes today.
Yeah,
Maybe we will
I,
see some of these clips going through Twitter
if I'm
or YouTube.
if you don't, I'm gonna like. I mean, every night I cry myself to sleep, but tonight will be especially worse.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're not crying after this weekend. You guys play against your former state, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Uh,
Easy, easy. What the fuck? I mean, this
yeah.
is not even yeah.
Do you have
Like,
any friends on that team? Do you know?
I don't have any. I don't know if he's playing there. Christopher Von Hoff is. I knew him through high school. It wasn't We were friendly. But he's a hell of a good cellist, and I don't know. He's like 1900. I don't know if he's playing for Urbana, but cool guy. Always wears shades. Is a degenerate gambler and alcoholic, which of course, I support. And he's a good guy. I'm familiar with Charvesh on that team, who is one of the most how do I put this? He's kind of autistic at chess. Like he plays instantly, and he just like sees tactics instantly. And if you saw him during the U.S. Open in Grand Rapids, like 2023, he basically played every game instantly and always ended the game with more time than he started with, which is like hard to do in a classical tournament. And he like maybe like 7 out of 9. Like what the fuck? Like so I know he's kind of like a mildly terrifying. But besides that, I know our team, our lineup's good. Nikki's going to go 4-0. Ralph's going to go 4-0. Hemi's going to go 4-0. Either me or Xethi, 3.5 out of 4. I might drop a half a point. I'm humble.
Okay, so not the 16 or 17-0 sweep.
I mean, we're still warming up.
Got it. It
It's
is, yeah, only week 2 of the season.
15.5 out of 16 is probably on the conservative estimate.
Okay. Well, you heard it all here first, folks. We got SLU 18 predicted to go 17-0 with UT Rio Grande crying on broadcast after the match. Otherwise, I get a free $10. And Matthew Pikus with his team in Division 2 going to go 15.5 out of 16 against University of Illinois, his former state. So, yeah, I heard the best players in Illinois are 69 years old, and the college students maybe not so good. So we'll see
Mhm.
how that turns out. Matthew, it's been an absolute honor and a pleasure to have you. We're all looking forward to your matches and SLU's 18 matches this weekend. That's going to be this Saturday, January 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern. SLU's B team or SLU's A team will play an hour and a half in the second broadcast slot. First match is going to be Virginia versus Athens, and I hope to see you all there. Thanks everyone for being here,
Love you.
and yeah, have a great rest of your week.